So this girl took one of her courses, and this girl is actually already kind of an expert in social media. So she just took it to have a look and just kind of see what the competition is out there and stuff like that. And, to think of one of the reasons that she mentioned before, we're not going to play the whole thing because it's like 15 minutes, but one of the reasons she mentioned is that she wanted to see what if the price point was worth it. And I'm assuming that even if we were to come out with a course, you'd want to see like where do I price it, because like it's just such a nothing. Like, how can you even
I hate
put a
that.
price on something? Yeah. So I can understand why she did it, but here's her like kind of closing thoughts. If you want, like, we can play like a couple minutes just to see what she said.
Okay.
So that's my experience of the Instagram lab. Now I want to share with you my overall impressions and recommendations of if I think you should purchase it. Here's my first takeaway, and this is complete brutal honesty. I did not find it that useful. However, I want to be clear in saying this is not something that I hold against Jenna at all. I think that the way she markets her course is very honest and true. I don't think it's misleading at all. It's
That's
on
good.
me for buying a course that is pretty clearly meant for beginners when I'm somebody who's already a professional in the industry. And this takes me back to my original reason for buying the course. Like I said, I kind of wanted to see if there'd be something to learn in it for me, but I also was just kind of doing it to see what I considered the industry standard Instagram course to include and what would be included for that kind of price point, etc., etc. So I don't necessarily regret buying it, even though I didn't get a lot of useful information out of it. The second main takeaway I have is that honestly, a lot of the stuff that I was learning from it, some of it was repeats from Jenna's free content, like the podcast or stuff that she's put on her Instagram or her blog. Now, I don't necessarily think that is a bad thing because, like I was saying before, the real value of an online course is that it's all the information compiled in one place. So, sure, you could spend days and weeks listening to every episode of the Gold Digger podcast she's ever made, or you could get this course, pay $300 for it, and get all of the best Instagram information in one place. So that brings me to the big conclusion. Do I recommend buying this? Honestly, I think it really, really depends where you're at in your Instagram journey and what kind of information you're looking for. I feel like I gave a pretty comprehensive overview of all the different sessions and modules within the course. So if you saw some titles in there that you were like, yeah, I really do want to learn more about that, then maybe this course is for you. I think it was kind of on me for buying a course that wasn't necessarily meant for me. So if you feel like you're the target audience, I do feel like there's some good information you can get there. Honestly, I think a part of me in this like wishful thinking brain of mine thought, Jenna's so successful. If I just buy this course, I'll be as successful as her. There's going to be some secret weapon in there that's going to kickstart my Instagram growth, and I'm just really going to start growing after this. Unfortunately, that's not the case. And you know what? She never promised that that is what the course would do. That's just kind of what I subconsciously associated it with. So yeah, there's no secret formula for success contained within this course. It's just the good tried and true methods that work when you put in the work over time and have persistence and you're consistent, like I always say. The lesson at the end of the day, or the moral of the story, is really that it can be so easy for any of us to assume that the golden ticket to growth, the thing that's finally going to change the game for us and make our dreams come true, is by throwing money at the problem and buying a course. But unfortunately, that's just not the case. It's not the case with Jenna's course. It's not the case with my course or any online course about social media marketing you can buy. You can't buy a real, engaged online community of people that are invested in.
Should keep watching or sure? You think
Oh
you got
no, I think that
that's
probably
the
gives.
gist?
Yeah, I like before this, what she did is kind of she showed. She's not allowed to show what's in the course, but she was showing the chapters of the course and stuff like that. And all she was saying is like it's very basic information. Like it's not like anything that you don't already kind of know.
Yeah, I think it's the masking for everybody. It's like everyone hopes that there is some sort of magical. If you post at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, you will get 1 million followers within 60 days. It's a guarantee. Like everyone hopes that that's true, but I think the reality is, yeah, you have to post high quality content on a consistent schedule and interact with your followers and give them reasons to come back, and then, giveaways if you can to increase engagement. Make sure that your boyfriend has six-pack abs and that you are a curvy girl and you're not afraid to post photos of that. And then make sure Perez Hilton is in your contacts list. That's the
Yeah.
key.
And here's another link. And this is useful because this is another person who reviewed her courses, or, at least we'll see in a minute. But basically, this is a comprehensive list of the courses and the prices. And I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very useful. You have to like probably scroll down a bit to get to the list of courses. But
Yeah, I'm seeing all the prices. Okay.
yeah, so she's the one you showed earlier is probably a really uh recent one, the business one that you just showed before. But these were like they've been there for a while, I guess. So
Okay.
um I thought it's useful to have this list and just to kind of see the pricing.
Yeah. Is it at the bottom altogether, or should I go through each one?
Oh, it's just like one by one like this.
Okay. So Instagram Lab, so that was the one at the top, was $297. So the seven usually indicates some sort of social media or self-help, not scammer, but pusher. They seem to like the seven at the end. So
Yeah.
$300 essentially is what that is. Pinterest Lab, 197, so less. Okay. List to launch, that's email marketing. Now we're at $500. Okay, Podcast Lab is $300. Photo Labs, this is the most expensive one, it seems. This is how to brand yourself, getting the right clients, plan your business, communication with clients and templates, social media, and more templates is $997, so $1,000. And then Content Lab, how to create online content to sell your products or services, is a measly $200.
Yeah. So the content lab is really the cheapest.
Yeah, which is kind of the most general. And this person says they're
And
quite
that's
expensive.
really
Yeah.
And that's really what you need for any sort of social media. You need content. So how come the one that you need most is probably like, because I'm gonna assume if it's the cheapest one is because she's not put that much, you know, content into the content lab.
Yeah. Well, this says that they're short too. That the courses are pretty non-lengthy, which is interesting.
Yeah, and it really feels very expensive to me.
I'm torn because, for me, a couple $100 is like the $1,000 one seems high, but a couple hundred seems much more reasonable than some of these other scammers who are, 10,000, 5,000, 8,000 for mindset coaching. So compared to that, I feel like, all right, she's not going after that crazy amount. But yeah, for something that you could probably learn in a couple YouTube videos, charging hundreds of dollars, I don't know.
And also, like, there isn't really like that much to learn. I don't know. Like, you
Yeah.
gotta post on Instagram, you gotta do the hashtags. But other than that, like, what is there to teach that requires like so much and that you're gonna have to pay like $300 for? I
The
just don't
secrets.
see.
I'm just
But there
kidding.
isn't anything. What can she say? Like, I went viral. Well, marry a guy with abs and then you'll go viral, and then that's the secret. Do you think she said that? Because like, if she said
No.
that, then I'll be like, oh, fair enough.
Well, I don't know. She may have. I doubt it. But
But no, because she needs to pretend like she's an expert of sorts. So she
yeah.
wouldn't say, "Oh, it was a complete accident that I went viral and I didn't know how to do it." I just
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of on the fence. I'm like, well, I can see where she's coming from, and you could also argue, which is the best argument of all. Like, well, if it's cheaper, you won't hold yourself accountable. If it's more expensive, then you might want to complete the course as opposed to just going, I spent $20, who cares? So that could be a reason as well. I don't know how I feel about that all the time, but for the $200 range, 200 to 900, well, 300 to 1,000, because it's the 97 does trip me up as I'm recalling the prices. 300 to 1,000. I don't think $1,000 is going to necessarily make me learn more than 300, but 300 is enough that I might get mad at myself for not finishing it. So I don't know.
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe that's why I have no viewers on Patreon.
Yeah, you
I'm
need to make
joking.
it higher.
I have a
$1,000
few.
to join.
Yeah. Then everyone would like watch.
They're like, what's the secret in this group?
Yeah, and I'll be like, haha, it's actually just the same.
This is for you. Your accountability is paying for my resort fees.
Because that's what Jenna did, she's like, just kidding, it's the same as the blog.
Yeah. Haha. Oh, I bought a course one time. Here's my admission of the day. Well, I've already had 2 admissions already, but here's my next admission. I bought a course. It was called Full-Time Filmmaker, and it's this guy who was a videographer, now course creator, whatever. He lives in Utah, so he's probably surrounded by course creators and marketers there. And it was $600. And I remember buying it, but this is also when I was reading Jen Sincero and thinking like, oh, if I put $600 on the line, then the universe will repay me by sending me clients and such, which didn't happen. But I've never finished the course. So I was like, well, even $600 worth did not make me finish it. So
Oh no.
still
Kayla
there.
needs to invest like 60 grand or something.
But it's like I went to college and spent, whatever, $20,000 on tuition, and I still was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'll finish this project or not. Like, it didn't always motivate me because I'm spending thousands. So for me, even I just gave that as an excuse. It didn't work for me personally.
So who's the guy who created the course? Expose him.
Parker, well, I don't know if he's a self-help guy. I think he specifically does, technological stuff for cameras and whatever, but his name's Parker Wallback. He's actually, in my opinion, a very attractive male.
Steven, you can click off.
I know, Steven, don't listen.
Take a break.
Steven's gone from the house because he's looking at buying motorcycles right now.
And
So,
Kayla's going crazy.
like,
Woo!
my fiance's on the internet talking about other men.
Ooh, how dare she?
I know.
Yeah, no, I was asking because I was watching someone, but I don't know where he is located, but he was also similar to who you're describing, so I thought maybe it was him. But I
Could
don't
be.
remember this guy's name, fortunately. So,
He's got a whole wife and whole family.
oh,
So-
okay, no, the guy that I was watching is black, so it's definitely
okay.
not this guy.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think it's good. I think what he's doing, like he's like, be like me. Sometimes he'll say like, oh, be like me. But he didn't actually make a career out of videography. He made a career out of selling courses about videography. So you're never going to see the amount of money that he sees on a daily basis going and shooting and creating video because you don't have enough time in the day. It's impossible. And it's a very physical activity. So, when he's like, I'm a millionaire, he didn't become a millionaire by shooting weddings. And same for Jenna. She didn't become a millionaire because she's, shooting weddings every weekend. So it's important
Yeah,
to...
because that's not scalable because you have to be somewhere in a location. So you
Yeah.
literally only have as many hours in the day. That's it. But
Yeah.
with these courses, you just make them once and sell them forever. She's had them on the website for a long time. And I don't know. It's like a lot easier to sell them, and because she doesn't give you any actual like information on how to make it, you're
Yeah.
gonna keep buying.
Yeah, definitely. And even the cheapest one, like she said, 300. If she sold one a day, she would make $109,000 just for selling one of those three, the cheapest course,
What?
one of them a day.
In a year?
Yeah, because it's unless I'm
You're
doing the math
joking.
wrong.
Oh my god, you guys, I have a course.
$300 times
299.7.
365. Yeah, 109,000. Unless I'm doing
You're
it wrong.
kidding me.
That's just
Okay,
for one
wow.
course. So if she sold, multiples a day,
And
she'd
that's
probably
one of
make
the
more.
cheaper ones.
That's the
She has.
cheapest. Yeah. So yeah,
Wow, this is shocking. Oh my God.
we're
We need to
idiots.
do a course. Let's do, what would our course be?
Yes. How to YouTube.
Nah. Too hard.
I'm
Too
uninterested.
hard.
I'm just interested.
Saying, don't do it, you guys. YouTube is hard.
Yeah, well, we'll be the millionaires teaching you how to do YouTube so we don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
I don't know. I could teach you French. Is anyone interested in French?
Yeah. Bonjour.
Yeah.
Je m'appelle Kia.
Comment ça va, Kia?
Ah, ça va, ça va. Et toi?
Très bien, merci.
Ah, très bien. This is now a French
could-
channel.
Yeah, let's move it to French.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't know.
That's where the money's at. The French YouTube market.
We'll teach you how to roll your R's.
Arroz con pollo. Arroz. That's all I can do. That's
How
Spanish.
to
though, honestly.
debunk scams and scammers. Oh my
Ah.
God. Yes, critical thinking, but like call it something interesting.
No one's gonna buy it though. Who the heck's gonna buy that?
Yeah, that sounds boring as fuck.
You
Sounds
got-
a lot.
I-
I'll just be like, this is the Instagram Lab version 2, and then everyone will buy it.
Yeah, I like it. You should do what's that popular video you have on your channel about living in Scotland? You can do like how to live in Scotland course.
How to move out from Scotland.
You can
How
make
to
it
live
from
in
Romania.
Scotland. How to live in Scotland until you hate it.
Yeah, don't put that part in. Just keep that part out. But just tell them like, okay, this is how I did it. It was an amazing experience. I no longer live there or ever care to go back, but
Yeah.
here's my course.
Well, I actually had a lot of questions on that video because like loads of people wanted to move to Scotland for some reason, and I could only help the Europeans. So,
Oh.
and I don't know if I can help the Europeans anymore either because of Brexit. So,
Just put all of
It
that
is-
in the disclaimer and just go for it.
yeah, it'll be really small letters. Like, by
By
the
the
way,
way-
guys, I have no idea, and I live in Romania. So, well, you didn't see it. It was right there at the very end in the smallest print.
In white. You just have to highlight it to read it. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, you need black light.
Oh. Yeah, you need a black light to
Yeah.
read this. It's part of the experience. Oh, we have a potential customer for you, Cam.
Oh, Kayla, buy my course. It's only 9,997 pounds.
Pounds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in pounds. So it might
like
not
it.
end in 7 when you exchange it to dollars, but
Yeah, and the tax.
I promise you there's a 7 in there somewhere.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. 7,000.
I mean, Scotland is gorgeous. I understand you guys for wanting to move there, but the problem is it's raining for 9 to 10 months a year, so
yeah, that'd be rough. That's why I don't
If
want to
you
go to
guys-
like Seattle either. It's like so rainy.
yeah. If you guys think like England is bad, Scotland is like England times 10. It's like
Dang.
so cold, so
Yeah.
rainy, so dark.
Ugh. I need the sun.
Yeah.
I need that. I need that
Yeah.
Florida sunshine.
Yeah.
I'm down to go to California because it's also sunny, Southern California. But I don't. see
Kia's
myself-
course, how to move to
How to move to Southern California.
Kia's
newbie's
course, no, I
guide.
know what yours would be. Yours would be like how to deal with a cat that brings in reptiles.
She had another one. My cat had another one yesterday, and I literally, okay, this is gonna be gross. She was like crunching the bones during a phone call I was on, and she was in the other hallway, and she was crunching this lizard's bones. I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was like getting so distracted. She's crazy, but I love her, and she's the best. So we forgive her. But yeah,
Yeah.
she's brutal. She's a
Yeah,
brutal predator.
and she has a fetish for reptiles.
Yes, apparently. I mean, she's been eyeing squirrels and such, but she has no luck yet. Just the lizards. And once in a while, a beautiful monarch butterfly that like breaks my heart when I see it coming in dead. I'm like, oh my god.
She's original. Like I've never heard of a cat bringing butterflies in.
We have a bush that has like wildflowers, and it's very beautiful. And she just sits there and watches the bush until one comes. Yeah.
And then
so.
snatches them.
And snatches them and takes them inside.
I'm just imagining her like a frog, like the tongue just.
Yep. She's crafty, I will say. Anyways, that could be a good course. I like that. That'll be $20,000.
Yeah. Bring your own cat, by the way.
Yeah, cat's not provided. Sorry.
Yeah.